Okay, this is confirmation. A regular job is not for you. And I'm going to prove it to you and show you why. Let's talk about it. You ready to make money online? Like, share, subscribe. Let me show you how to make money online like this. Now, if you want to make your first $500 online, and I'm going to show you for absolutely free, click the link in the description and I'll show you how to make your first $500 online while you sleep, even if you just started today. I'll see you there. Listen, it sucks to work a job, especially when you know that you're not meant for the job. Now I hear you. We all got to do what we got to do. And, the only reason, in my opinion, that I feel that people work jobs, one, is to pay your bills. I understand that. But two, because you just don't know what else is out there. Or three, you're afraid. And so if you feel like one of these ways, this is proof that your 9-to-5 job is not for you. Now, I took some notes. So here's the first indication that your job, 9-to-5, this is confirmation that your job is not for you. If you lost your passion, there's something that you are passionate about. There's something that you know how to do. And everybody always asks you how to do it, or they want you to help them when they're trying to do it. But when you go into work, it sucks out all of that passion, and you're so burnt out and so tired that by the time you get home, you don't even want to think about it because you're whooped, you're beat, you're tired. Now, if you lost your passion, then that's a large indication, confirmation that job you working is not for you. Now, again, I would never be the person to tell someone, go inside your job and quit tomorrow. I would never tell anyone that, because you got to pay your bills. You got to eat. You got to do what you got to do. But I would tell people to learn a high income skill. Learn a high income skill. That's why I talk about making money online and YouTube. Because one, YouTube is free. And making money online, when you have a product to offer, people, then you can talk about your product on your videos by sponsoring yourself. But if you lost that passion, that's confirmation that maybe that job is not for you. Now, here's another one. And this was me. Now, before I go to the next one, I remember losing my passion for music. When I worked a job, I lost my passion for music. Literally, I remember losing, I didn't even want to do it anymore. And actually today I'm going to create a video talking about, working with Chris Brown and all of that. But I lost my passion for music, and you don't want to lose your passion. You don't want to lose your passion because your passion is what God blessed you with. So remember that. And he don't bless you with something that you're meant to tuck or hide or put on the back burner. You're only blessed with something because it's meant for you to walk out and do that thing. But we get in our own way by being afraid, making excuses. We get in our own way. Now, next, you dread going to work. How many times do you wake up in the morning? Now, today is Monday. How many times have you woke up on a Monday morning and you get up and all you can think about is how you are about to walk in work, see that dumb boss that you don't like, see those crazy coworkers that's always lying, or, just the whole atmosphere, If you dread going to work, this is confirmation that job may not be for you. Because what sucks really, and just to keep it real, and I've been here before, is trying to force yourself to not dread going to work. I remember actually hating my job and actually getting up, and I knew that if I dreaded going to work, then that's the type of day that I would have. So I would start off pumping myself up like, I love this job. And then that didn't work. That only worked for a certain amount of time. I would even sit back and just meditate and visualize myself being able to walk out of my job, firing my boss. And that didn't work. It's just a fact. Like if you dread going to work, You're not meant to be there. Period. You're not meant to be there. Because you shouldn't be grown and dread doing something just because you get paid. You know? Now I understand, this is America, this is, we're grown adults, and whether you like your job or not, you got to do what you got to do, right? But if you dread going into work, this is confirmation that job is not for you. Now, next, negative gut feeling. There were times where I would walk into work and I would feel like this can't be all my life is about. This can't be. It just can't be. It has to be more to life than this. I would literally have that gut feeling in my stomach like something is going to happen today. Somebody's going to say something to me that I'm not going to like, and I'm going to slap them or come close to slapping them. And every time I would have that feeling, something would happen. Every single time. Now, if you have a negative gut feeling, this is confirmation that job may not be for you. This is confirmation. Now, next, the work environment is terrible. I don't know how many times I've worked at a job and the work environment was horrible. Cigarette smoke all over the place. The conversations at work just drained me. On a Monday, all people would talk about at work is how they went out and partied for the weekend. Right now it's the All-Star game in the Bay Area, right? So I didn't attend any of those events. Not that anything is wrong with it, but I don't surround myself with stuff like that because I know where they having everything, I don't want to be around. Bless me. I don't want to be around people like that. I don't like crowds of people. But my point is if your work environment is terrible, this is indication, confirmation that job is not for you. I hated having conversations with the and it seems like every job has these people, right? You got the negative person. The negative person. This is the person that can't do his job right. He always talking down about something, always talking bad about something, always talking how stuff ain't gonna never work out. And, you got that person. Then you got the overly positive person. Hi, how you doing? Hey, what's up? Will you go sit down somewhere? The person that's just so happy to be at work, right? You got that person. Then you got the person that's always, you can't really figure this person out, so you can't trust this person. It's always somebody like that at the job. Now, all of these things contribute to a negative, terrible work environment. If your work environment is terrible and you're not being motivated or you're not being pushed in a positive direction, it's confirmation. This 9 to 5 thing is not for you. It's not for you. It's for someone, but it's not for you. Next, you just flat out feel bored. You flat out feel bored. You feel like everything is a routine. You know that you're going to wake up Monday through Friday and you know where you're going to, you're going to drive the same route. You're going to eat at the same place. You're going to wear the same clothes. You're going to hopefully think about all the vacations that you're not able to go on because you're stuck at work. You're going to make the same money. You're going to see the same people. That's routine. And 20, 30 years of doing that, you start to feel like you're losing your mind. At least that's how I felt. That's how I felt. I literally was losing my mind at work. Now, I understand, as a man, as a woman, you got to do what you got to do. And I'm going to keep saying this. You got to do what you got to do, and ain't no, you have to do what you got to do. But if you're feeling bored, if you're feeling like any of these other things that I've tackled, it's confirmation that it's time to look for something else. And It could be time to look for another job if that's what you want to do. But like I'm saying, this video covers confirmation the 9 to 5 job is not for you. It's not for you. And always understand, videos like this don't just come in front of you at any time, just random times. It doesn't happen like that for nobody. Next, everything feels overwhelming. Have you ever felt so overwhelming, like you go to work, you deal with that, or here it is. You go to work, you wake up, you deal with traffic. You're in 2 hours of traffic going to work. You get to work, your boss is breathing down your neck. Your coworkers is getting on your nerves. You go to work, you eat lunch, you go back to work, and then it's time for you to get off. And then you're on your way home, you're back in 2 hours of traffic. And then you get home and, you got to cook dinner for your family. That, just talking about it, is overwhelming. So let alone if you're living that way, I know it's overwhelming. But if you're feeling overwhelmed with everything, that's an indication that the 9 to 5 job thing might not be for you. Now, next, constantly feeling stressed. I heard a statistic recently, and it said that the time of the week where people have the most heart attacks is Monday morning between 8 and 10 a.m. And you think about that. Monday morning between 8 and 10 a.m. is when people are doing what? Going to work. So one thing that people don't understand about stress is, if you're stressed, that messes up your body. It messes up your body. It messes up your mind. You're not able to take action. You're not able to see opportunities. Because when you're feeling stressed, you're thinking stressed. And when you're feeling stressed, you're thinking stressed, you go and you try to do something to eliminate that stress. Usually drugs, alcohol, women, men. And none of those things are actually healthy or good for you. So if you're feeling stressed for your health's sake, this is confirmation that the 9 to 5 job thing is not for you. Now, I'm not saying that you're supposed to wake up every day and love what you do. I love what I do, but I don't work a job. Now, let me think. I've never been at a job where I love the job. Never. It's always been about, I got to do what I got to do to get a paycheck. Always. So, if you're constantly feeling stressed, that's constant trips to the doctor, heart attacks, high blood pressure. And picture this. If you're constantly always stressed and you're drinking and you're doing drugs and you're eating unhealthy foods and you're not working out, come on. There's only one thing that can happen from that. And I'm sure you know what that is. So it's like when it comes to, that's why I talk about digital products so much. And that's why I talk about making your first $500 online. Because once you discover how to do it, your life changes forever. Forever. I feel sorry walking into Walmart or walking into grocery stores and I see that elderly person working. And I always ask questions, right? And when I find out there's very few people that work because they're bored, at home, and they don't, I love those people though. They work because they just want to stay busy. But for the person that's 60, 70 years old and you're working because you gotta, because retirement is not working and you gotta pay your bills, I really feel sorry for those people. Because when they're in that place, they don't feel like they even have the skills to be able to do anything. Like, I have an aunt right now, who was broke working full time. She just recently went part time. Why would you go from full time to part time and you were broke working full time? And I've talked to her over and over and over again about selling digital products online, helping people make money online. She turned her head to it. She said, I don't want to do that online stuff. But you want to go and clock in, knees hurting, legs hurting, standing up assisting customers and dealing with rude people all day while you're getting paid less than $10 an hour? Make it make sense. But if you're feeling stressed, that's probably the biggest sign that the 9 to 5 is not for you. Next, you're feeling undervalued. I know what that feels like, man. When you feel undervalued, you feel like you have a bunch of value to offer and the world doesn't see it, the world doesn't know, and even the people around you at your job, they just don't know. They don't get it. And the worst way to live to me is having skills in an area that you're actually good at, but going to do something that has nothing to do with what you're good at because you don't know how to monetize it. And it's even worse when you actually see people making money from it, but you're not. It sucks, man. It sucks. But if you feel undervalued, I understand. I understand. Because I've been there. Next, lack of motivation. Now, here's the thing about motivation that you got to understand. Motivation is a feeling. Motivation is a feeling. I don't need to be motivated to create a video. I don't need to be motivated to post content. I don't need to be motivated to do the task that I have to do for the day. Because all I think about is, who am I doing this for? That's all I need to be motivated to put me right back on track. So I put lack of motivation here, but you got to understand, if you have to be motivated in order to take an action, in order to make something happen, then you're in trouble. You're in trouble. Because just like happiness is a feeling, who wakes up and is happy every single day? Anger is a feeling. Who wakes up and is angry every single day? Just like motivation. Who's motivated all day, every day? So you don't need motivation. You need discipline. I always get hiccups when I'm doing videos. Hold on. I know you watching a video like, no, this fool didn't just hold his breath while I'm sitting up here taking notes. My bad. And them hiccups came right back. My bad. Last but not least, the last way that you know that the 9 to 5 job life is not for you is when you're working a job and you can't use your strengths. There is something that you're strong at. There is something that you're great at. But nobody knows it. Because you work a job and they're not using your strength. It's so annoying to get hiccups right in the middle of a video. That is so annoying. Like it's annoying. But again, if you feel like any of these ways, this is confirmation that the 9 to 5 job thing is not for you. Now, if you don't know what to do and you're still watching, click the link in the description and go ahead and get Digital Wealth Academy. Now, Digital Wealth Academy taught me everything about digital marketing. Even if you know what you're good at, but you don't know how to monetize it, or you don't know how to create a product or a course, Digital Wealth Academy is going to teach you exactly how to do that. Let me end this video before I slap myself because I cannot stop hiccuping. Have a great day. See you on the next video. Peace.